woke as 10 huntresses drag him. One whispered in his ear, "Don't scream. It makes the meat tough." The first thing he felt was cold earth against his cheek. The second was hands, many hands, gripping his arms, his legs, his hair, dragging him across the ground. Cal's eyes snapped open, and the world spun. Trees above, night sky fractured by branches, torchlight flickering. His wrists were bound with coarse rope, his ankles too. He struggled, but the hands were too many, too strong. Then he saw their faces. 10 women moved with silent precision, their bodies painted with ash and blood. Animal hides clung to them. Knives glinted at their belts, bows strapped across their backs. Their eyes gleamed feral in the torchlight. Huntresses, predators in human form. Cal's chest seized with terror. "W.H., where are you taking me?" One of them leaned close. Her breath was warm against his ear as she whispered, almost gently, "Don't scream. It makes the meat tough." Cal froze. He couldn't breathe, couldn't think. The words sank into him like ice. They dragged him deeper into the woods, their footsteps silent, their faces grim masks. He tried to fight, to twist free, but one cracked him across the skull with the flat of a blade. His vision blurred. When it cleared again, they were in a clearing. A great fire blazed in the center, flames licking high into the night. Around it were bones, piles of them. Human. Cal gagged. They tossed him beside a wooden post carved with runes. One of them drove a stake through his bindings into the dirt, pinning him there. The tallest huntress, her hair braided with feathers, stepped forward. She held a spear tipped with obsidian. Her eyes never blinked. "Another offering," she said in a low, resonant voice. "The storm brings us prey." The others murmured agreement. Cal tried to speak, but his voice cracked. "Please, I'm not food. I'm just a traveler. I got lost." The leader's eyes slid to him, cold, measuring. "All flesh feeds the flame. All souls feed the woods. The law is older than you." The others began chanting, low and rhythmic, circling the fire. Their feet thudded in unison, their knives gleaming. Cal's panic clawed its way up his throat. He pulled at the ropes until they cut his skin raw. No use. Then the one who had whispered to him before crouched beside him. Her face was sharp, beautiful in a predatory way. She tilted her head, studying him. "You have spirit," she said softly. "That makes you taste sweeter. But it also makes you dangerous." He shook his head violently. "You don't have to do this. Whatever you think I am, it's wrong. Let me go." Her lips curved, not in kindness, amusement. "Sure, don't beg. It makes the end worse." She stood, joining the circle. The chant grew louder. The leader raised her spear. Sparks leapt skyward. Cal's mind raced. He had no weapon, no chance, unless... His eyes darted to ground near his wrist. A shard of bone, sharp as a blade, half buried in the dirt. He shifted, slowly, dragging his hand toward it. The chanting drowned the sound of rope scraping against stone. He closed his fingers around the bone. The leader raised her spear higher, pointing it toward him. The huntresses stopped, eyes fixed on him, hunger plain. Now or never. Cal slashed the bone against the rope with desperate fury. The fibers tore frayed, then snapped. He rolled to his feet as the spear thrust down. It missed him by inches, driving into the earth. Chaos erupted. The huntresses shrieked, lunging. Cal ripped the stake from the ground and swung it wildly, cracking one across the jaw. He bolted into the trees. Branches tore his skin. Roots caught his feet, but terror drove him faster. Behind him, they howled like wolves, their footsteps pounding closer. One arrow hissed past his ear, burying itself in a trunk. Another sliced his shoulder. Pain flared, but he didn't stop. The forest seemed endless. Every tree looked the same. Every shadow hid pursuit. He crashed into a ravine, stumbled, nearly fell. Then the whisper again, right behind his ear. "You can't run forever, meat." He spun. She was there, the same huntress who had crouched beside him, eyes glowing in the dark. Her knife flashed. Cal swung the stake wildly. She ducked, slicing his arm. He gritted his teeth, ramming the broken wood into her stomach. She gasped, stumbled back. For one heartbeat, he saw something human in her eyes, pain, surprise. Then she snarled, pulling the stake free as if it were nothing. Cal ran again. The forest opened suddenly. A ruin stood before him. Ancient stone pillars, crumbling, half swallowed by roots. At its center, a cracked altar. He stumbled toward it, desperate. His hand brushed the altar, and the runes carved into it flared with light. The huntresses froze at the edge of the clearing, hissing. The leader stepped forward, spear in hand. But the light from the altar burned brighter, pushing them back. Cal didn't understand. But the huntresses clearly did. Their eyes widened with something that looked like fear. The leader's voice shook with fury. "You are chosen. The woods claimed you not as meat, but as rival." The huntresses withdrew, melting back into the trees, their howls fading. Only the whisper lingered in the air, mocking, promising. "Run while you can. We always hunt again." Cal collapsed against the altar, trembling, his breath ragged. He was alive for now, but deep in his bones, he knew this wasn't over. The huntresses would return, and next time they wouldn't whisper.